Hi, and welcome to Winner's Corner. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas day and that you now are longing for the V75 round that we're going to offer you at Solvalla Racetrack this Boxing Day. And Mike, I hope you had a good Christmas and that you had time, of course, to study hard the racing archives so that you now can give us some good tips. Did you?
Yes, I sure did. And I'm very excited about this V75 round especially. We got V75 every day now coming up, but this is special. The sport is phenomenal. It's the V75 finals, and we got some really, really nice races.
Sounds great. And we start by taking a closer look at race 6. It's the bronze division final, V75 2. And we can see that number 5, Hawkcliffe, is going to bear the weight of being the favorite. Last time he didn't really stand up to the expectations, Mike. Will he this time, you think?
He did race good last time. He got a very difficult trip, and it was against top opposition. So I think his form is intact. I think he's got a great chance to win this. But there's no value in betting on him, really. Instead, I'm picking a real outsider here. Number 4, Surprise Power, a very solid racehorse who usually finishes in the top 3. Doesn't win all that often. I don't think he'll win this time either, but I think he's got a good chance to finish in the top 3, and a show bet is the way to go. He's been out on the V75 now 2 times in December. Both of them he's finished very strong. Last time on the open stretch there on the far inside, and the way he accelerates when he gets the opening, you can really tell that the horse is bursting with form at the moment. And with the number 4 here, a slow horse on the inside, Adilson up this time, I think he's got a good chance to get a good racing trip, maybe second over or possibly in the pocket slot. And with a bit of luck at the end there, he can really finish fast. And I think we got a good chance to finish in the top 3 at high odds.
A wonderful show, but suggestion here in race 6 on a real outsider, number 4, Surprise Power is how we start off this day. And we make a jump now to race 8. It equals the 4th leg in the V75 round. It's a class 2 final, and you have another show bet for us here, don't you?
Yeah, and the show is because of the post here. Number 12, Aquamarine, I think, is the best and most promising horse in this field. Last time the horse won from the first over position on the V75. You don't see that very often, especially considering this is a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds usually have a hard time on the V75, and to win from the first over position in a manner like that really impressed me. I think this is a horse that we're going to see a lot of in the future here, a very promising horse for next year. And with a better post, this would have been a banker for me. But now I think he's going to be a bit overlooked because of the horrible post here. And I think maybe on the show we get decent odds at least.
So Mike goes for another show bet here in race 8, and that with horse number 12, Aquamarine. And we turn the page to race 9, V75 5, and a very, very even silver division final over full distance. And you, Mike, you've decided that show bets is the bet type of the day, because here we get a third one.
Yeah, I'm going for a trio in show, so to speak. Number 5, Mr. Perfect. This one I've been following for some time now, and the horse just keeps on performing. Last time he got an impossible trip at the back there. Still, he finished pretty strong over the final stretch. Kevin Oscarsson wasn't really trying him all that much because he had a hard time. Well, he couldn't get a better result than what he did. So I think the form is intact, and he's got a better post this time, and hopefully he can get a better trip. There are some fast horses on the inside here. I think we'll see a battle for the lead, and that means Mr. Perfect can tuck in very nicely there in a good position and finish in the top 3, hopefully.
Another promising show bet here in race 9 on horse number 5, Mr. Perfect. The daily double we have in races 10 and 11. And DD1 is a serious stayer race over 3,140 meters. And number 12, Sorbet, and number 9, Ready Rib, are fighting for the position of becoming the favorite. But Mike, you're not going for either of them.
No, I think there's much better value. I'm not saying they can't win. They have very good chances to win. But number 11, Antonio Trott, is the one I'm going to go for. I think he's overlooked in this race. He's failed now 2 times running, gone off stride, and I think the bettors are getting a bit tired of him. And I think his form is probably better than you can tell from the card. Remember last winter, he raced really well when all the horses needed shoes on. And I think he's coming into form this year as well. So good value.
In DD2, we have 3 horses that have performed beautifully lately. It's number 1, Illuminati, number 5, Ur, and number 2, Martin de Boss. And you've fallen for number 2, Martin de Boss. Why?
Yeah, I think he's got a good chance to win this, even if he has to go first over. Illuminati risks getting locked in. Martin de Bos really, really impressed me when he won from the first over position on the V75 last time. It was a fast race as well, 13-9, and I think he should be moving up in form. He was away for a month, and then he's had a couple of races in November and one race in December. So now with a bit closer between the races, I think he should definitely be moving up. Number 5, possibly from the lead, could prove difficult to beat, but Martin de Bos is definitely my first horse in this race.
So for this Wednesday, this Boxing Day, we have one single combination for the daily double. There are loads of V75 rounds this week. We've entered winter burst, which means that we have V75 rounds all days between the 25th to the 31st of December. 7 days in a row. Lots of work for you, Mike.
Yeah.
This Wednesday, it might be the nicest one sports-wise, though, since we're talking V75 finals. And how is it from a betting perspective, if you look at the round?
Well, there are a few favorites that I believe in. They seem to be very strong, and I think there is a big risk that the payout won't be all that big on this round. But we got a couple of other rounds coming up that look almost impossible to solve. So over the week, I think we'll get nicely rewarded.
Very well. Let's check out your system for this Wednesday. I know that you have 3 bankers, and they're all in the beginning of your system. We've mentioned number 5 Hawcliffe in V75 too earlier when we talked about your show, but number 5 Surprise Power. So let's talk about your other 2 bankers. In the first leg, number 7 Double Exposure, biggest favorite of the day, a phenomenal mare, has won 5 out of the last 6 races. No one threatening her in this race, you think?
Well, she's up against the best mares in Sweden, really, but she is so tough, and she's really convinced me that this winter now. She doesn't mind. She doesn't race very often with shoes. I think she's only done that once before, and that was in the same race last year, which she won. So I don't think it's such a big minus, but it's always worth considering. I'm guessing number 3, In Totosund, can take the lead here. That's the stable mate. And in that case, I think Double Exposure will be let to the lead early on. So that's kind of what I'm betting on here. I think that none of these mares is going to beat her from the outside. That's for sure.
Mm. In the gold division in V75-3, we'll get to see Nadal Broline again. He's been absolutely splendid during the fall and the winter. And you bank him.
Yeah. Better gold division this week. Gyro, Dante Bocco, Zenit Brick. But the way Nadal Broline looked last time, I mean, look at these pictures. I like to call it poetry in motion. He's just jogging away from the other horses in 10.6 in the middle of winter. So with the form that horse has got at the moment, I think he's better than the rest.
Mm. We've been through the rest of the races. Anything else you would like to add about the other 4 races?
Don't miss out on Aquamarine there. I mean, that is a fantastic racehorse, and despite the posts here, I wouldn't be all that surprised if the horse even wins that race. 756 combinations is what we have for the V75 system to this Wednesday. Thank you so much, Mike, for your effort, and thank you for watching. And of course, you find out more information about Swedish trotting and horse betting at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. And with that, we wish you the best of luck now with your bets to Solvalla Racetrack this Boxing Day. Bye-bye.